Hello and welcome to a special episode of B&A Reviews. This week we are reviewing the Oscars.
The Oscars.
Yeah.
B&A.
Hollywood's biggest night.
The golden idol of golden idols.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what else would you rather have in life than an Oscar?
I don't know, the love of God.
Or the $30 million necklace that Lady Gaga was wearing, apparently.
Oh, was that what it was?
$30 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, Lady Gaga, woman of the
hers.
people.
No, it's not hers. But yeah, that is true, though. It is funny, though, like, to think about that. Like, $30 million just in a diamond that's on her neck.
You know what's really strange to me is you got people like Jennifer Lopez showing up to the Oscars.
Oh, you kidding her?
And I'm like, there's no way you saw all of these movies. If you saw all of these movies, you'd know what a good movie looks like, and you wouldn't be part of the movies that you're a part of.
Oh, well, that's harsh.
No, it's not. It's the truth.
It is true. It's like, do you think everybody who even votes on these sees them all? I doubt it.
I find it a little ridiculous because I'm like, half these people just go so they can be seen on the red carpet.
Right.
That's a joke to me. And to hobnob with all their next producers, the next Harvey Weinstein.
Hobnob with Harvey.
Hobnobbing with Harvey. That's his new YouTube show.
But yeah, so I mean, they didn't have a host.
Yeah.
Which I actually think helped the show itself.
It seemed to move at about the same pace. I don't know.
Like maybe it's just because I just recently watched the Grammys a few weeks ago, and that was so slow.
Okay. Like
they were giving away an award. It felt like every 40 minutes is how it felt.
Right.
Because they have all the musical performances and shit.
Right.
But yeah, this one was like, at least they're giving away awards.
Yeah, they were giving them away, and then they were like, I felt so bad for Spider-Verse, one of the directors for that. He got cut off. There were 3 directors for that movie.
Oh yeah, okay. Yep.
And he got to say 2 words, and then the mic was turned off. I felt so bad for him.
Hey, it happens.
That's terrible.
Well, even when they did Best Picture or something, yeah, I felt like the mic was that him, that the mic was turned off, but you could hear the TV. Like everyone in the room was like booing because they couldn't hear him.
Oh yeah,
but like the TV telecast was fine. You could hear him. It might have been the end, but
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know.
But
what did you think of the show overall?
I thought it was fine. I guess. It didn't get a bunch of people didn't get up there and preach politics and shit. So that was pretty good. Some of the awards were questionable.
Oh, sure,
to say the least.
You think so?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, but. I mean, they didn't somehow sneak Toni Collette on to win Best Actress, but I'm glad Olivia Colman won Best Actress.
That was...
If we're talking speeches, that was the best speech.
The best speech of the night.
By far, yeah.
I mean, maybe one of the best Oscar speeches I've ever seen,
yeah,
if I'm honest.
Because she didn't... It seemed like she just was unprepared.
But she
just thanked a bunch of people.
She had such charisma, too, that it just felt so organic.
Yes, I would agree. Kind of like our show.
Yeah. And I loved her whole, like, this is not going to happen again. That was so good.
Yeah.
Even though I was kind of like, oh God, who was in that category that I really wanted to win?
There was Glenn Close, and I haven't seen her movie. She was supposed to be like
Beale
the
Street
shoe-in.
Could Talk, right?
Oh, that one was Beale Street Could Talk. Regina King won.
Yeah, she won.
Supporting.
Yeah.
But the Glenn Close one was The Wife or something.
Oh, that's
I never
right.
saw
That's
it. And
right,
she's been nominated 7 times, has never won. So she kind of was like the Michael Keaton this year.
Right.
Where I think Michael Keaton was like visibly upset when he didn't win. But Glenn Close was, she seemed fine with it.
What did he not win for?
Birdman. Yeah.
Who did he lose to? Was that the was that the
Stephen
DiCaprio?
Hawking? The Stephen Hawking one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which I kind of feel like is like cheating.
Yeah.
Because you're playing such a like overboard character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny too, because you never go full retard. Stephen Hawking could have been in a line in that movie too. Like, he was a genius. He wasn't full retard.
Well, if that movie hadn't come out before The Theory of Everything. But yeah, so what do you want to just go through award by award?
Well,
Regina King won. Do you like that?
I don't like Regina King, but I haven't seen that movie.
Okay, yeah.
But I've never been a big fan of hers.
Okay. I will say they showed the little clips, and that's one of the movies that I did want to see, but I missed.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
And I missed The Favorite, too.
Which was great.
Right.
Yeah.
And just judging by the trailers for The Favorite, I was like, I really hope that Emma Stone or Rachel Weisz win, because it looks like they're just great actresses all the time.
Well, I was thinking like Olivia Colman was great, but any one of the three, like they all kind of were equal in the movie as far as their importance and even screen time. So I was kind of surprised that the other two got put in the supporting category against each other. And then, you know, because it was totally an ensemble movie.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I never saw Beale Street, so I would have probably given it to Emma Stone based on what I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely didn't think Amy Adams should be in that category.
Yeah, that was like I said, that was the "What Are You Doing Here" award.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, as far as what annoyed me the most in the night was the sound awards going to Bohemian Rhapsody,
because they played Queen music in a Queen movie.
Wow.
Yeah, riveting. I mean,
I don't even get it.
The thing that I love the most is like, you think about like the wording of the award is achievement in sound design. Now, to lay over a Queen track over anything is what every 15-year-old does when they first learn how to make a music video.
Sure.
That's not hard. That's not an achievement.
Oh, they should have given it to Wayne's World for that car scene when they're jamming out the Queen.
Oscar movie right there. Did you notice that there were so many commercials that engaged your love of Queen?
Yeah, I did notice that.
I found that a little sickening, if I'm honest.
Luckily, at the beginning of the show, I was behind, so I could fast forward through some of them. I did stop and watch the one that had Hal in it with the Google thing. I thought that was pretty clever. But yeah, I mean, overall, you know, popular movies get shafted.
Yep.
I mean, it always happens. Black Panther won your costume award, though.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
I text you because I didn't know that you were behind.
Yeah.
I text you, thank God.
Well deserved, I would say.
I would say too. I think it's one of those. I feel like the Academy probably realized they had to give Black Panther something.
They gave him 3, right?
Yeah.
Like soundtrack or
sound original score.
Okay. Yep.
Which that's one of those ones where, in all honesty, I don't know if there was that much that was impressive this year.
I would have to like go back and really think about that. I don't know.
There was nothing that
stuck out. There had to have been something with like an orchestra score throughout the whole thing, but I could be wrong.
Right, but there was nothing that stuck out to me with an orchestra score that was like, that was fantastic.
Right.
You know?
I would agree.
I guess probably Black Panther was the closest, actually, because I do remember certain things from that, but...
Yeah, that's probably true. There might have been some horror movies with these scores.
Probably.
I was thinking that too. It's not even just Hereditary, by the way. Like horror was non-existent in any category through the entire night. And maybe that's the only I mean, it can't be, but maybe that's one of the only good ones that came out last year.
Well, I think of...
I mean, The Nun should have been nominated for something.
I think of A Quiet Place, and we were talking about the sound. Right. We're talking about sound design. Now, I'd have to go back and watch it again.
But it was better
it was probably better than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
100%.
So...
Yeah, and it was utilized for, it was a part of the movie.
Right.
That's a good point. How the hell that doesn't win for that?
Yeah, I found that really strange. What else do we have?
Well, I mean, what do we have? Who won best supporting actor? Mahershala, well deserved.
That was I think the clear front runner.
Best actor was Remy. Again, I don't think he deserved it.
He
was good.
He was good, but I think you ask just about anybody, it's either Bradley Cooper or Vigo. One of those two. I feel like that's kind of the obvious choice for most people.
I would agree. Now, how about the first third of Spike Lee's speech?
Oh,
I have no idea what he was saying.
The black people oppressed, drunk. Like, that's what it was.
No clue what he was talking about.
What was he doing?
It's like, wow, you probably were trying to make a point here, but
right. He was gone.
Yeah. Well, and which is evidence because of the other news that broke at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
He threw
wanted
a little
to
hissy
leave.
fit.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, it's just like, dude, Spike. Like, there are times when you're like, Spike, you actually make some pretty good movies, but you seem like an immature child.
He's kind of a dick,
a little
clearly,
bit.
right?
Yeah. I did love seeing him run up and just jump on Sam Jackson.
Yes, that was funny.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, the Spike Lee thing at the end of the night, he apparently, I don't think it was caught on camera. I think maybe there's some pictures of him not facing the stage, but he tried to leave when Green Book won.
And he got blocked from leaving.
Which I don't really understand. Why can't you leave?
Yeah, that's very strange.
But then he went back to his seat and
Fascist
faced backwards.
regime.
And apparently Jordan Peele was like upset too.
Really?
And he didn't applaud the movie either for winning. Like he just stood there with his arms crossed or something.
Who do they think should have won?
Okay. So there's multiple theories. First of all, Jordan Peele was associated with Black Klansmen as well.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's that though, because it's funny because Green Book and Black Klansman both have like the same subject matter, that they're about like race relations in a sense, but they have very different opposing views.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm wondering, I mean, this I guess is a stretch, but I'm wondering if they don't like the because I know Green Book caught some flack for being a little too like wishy-washy with the history and making it seem better than it really is or whatever. And maybe they just didn't like that. I don't know. But it's very disrespectful. Yeah. I mean, and it's a good movie. I'm sorry. I mean,
other than Bohemian Rhapsody, wasn't Bohemian Rhapsody a Best Picture nom?
Yeah, there was Bohemian Rhapsody, that Black Panther, Vice. Yeah. I mean, a bunch of them. It was my top ranked move. I didn't think it was going to win, but
I feel like Green Book was maybe the safe choice. Oh, wasn't Roma one of them too?
Roma was one of them.
Yeah. Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah. We got to get into Roma.
Yeah.
Big night for Roma. Big night for Alfonso.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Carrying home 2 Oscars, maybe 3. I don't know.
But I feel like Green Book was the safe choice. I feel like it's safe because it's pleasing to an audience. Most people who see it will like it. Black Klansman was very daring, really had something to say, really went out of its way to make its point. And I feel like if Black Panther had won, it would have burned down everything and I would have been so happy.
It would have been hilarious.
I don't even think it deserved to win, but I just want to see that happen.
Now, I don't know about the safe thing, because last year The Shape of Water won, which I feel like most of your standard moviegoers that saw it probably were like, this is fucking weird.
Right. And I don't think that was a safe choice, but I feel like this was a little bit more of a middle of the road movie kind of choice.
I suppose. Yeah. I thought it was the best movie up there. I mean, the 3 that I like the best, Paddington 2, Hereditary, and Mission Impossible, none of them are going to get shown any love.
Well, I mean, we were talking about how Infinity War, I can't believe Infinity War didn't get visual effects.
Oh yeah. First Man.
You know when we perfected space,
Apollo 13.
No, we perfected space shit with 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's how long we've been doing good space shit.
It does look good in that movie still to this day.
It still does to this day. And you want to call this achievement in visual effects?
I mean, that last 20 minutes was impressive, though.
It was good.
It was impressive.
Not as impressive as Josh Brolin's.
I was pretty blown away.
Not as impressive as Josh Brolin's Thanos, though.
Yeah, but we've kind of we've decided that CGI characters don't deserve any respect.
Apparently.
We've shown that with the Planet of the Apes franchise.
I'm sorry. That's the thing that I don't get. Like, you look at what has happened with CGI characters over the last 15 years since they're
real characters.
They're real characters. And the leaps and bounds that we've made with sort of like how skin reflects light and absorbs light. You watch like how James Cameron talked about it with Avatar back in the day. That we have grown leaps and bounds in creating CG human-like characters, and to not give Thanos any respect is a travesty in my.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, I mean, Thanos is awesome, but
I mean,
there's been characters that I think look just as good as him.
Right.
But the point is, period, that something like that's just the people voting don't have any awe.
Well, do you remember
watching that?
I forget what it was, but I believe it was the year where the whole like hashtag Oscars so white thing came
sure.
out. And then we sort of found out like the demographics of the people in the Academy.
Sure.
Like
old people.
Like 75% were over 70 years old. And what was it?
You mean the 70-year-olds don't like Thanos?
Yeah.
Shocking.
I think a lot of it does come down to the fact of like, I don't think a lot of these people actually saw all of the movies. And
I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
Shouldn't that be the prerequisite? Like, oh, this was the best movie that I saw, but I don't see comic book movies.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to vote on these things if you haven't seen the movies.
Right. And so
another one that could have won Best Picture, by the way, that would have been safe, I think, would be A Star Is Born.
Yes, I thought that would have been safe. I also think it was a great movie.
Yes,
though.
I would agree.
I mean,
but I'm just saying, like, Green Book won. I don't know. I was shocked that it won. Like, I did not think it had a chance of winning. I figured it would be like Bohemian Rhapsody, A Star Is Born, or Roma or something. Like, it wasn't on my radar to win. And it didn't win, it didn't win Best Actor. It won Best Adapted Screenplay, I think, and Best Supporting Actor.
Now,
but it didn't win anything else.
Who won Best Actor again?
Best Actor.
Oh, that was Remy. Sorry, that was Remy. I keep on forgetting because it's forgettable.
Yes, correct.
And I feel like Viggo lost it because of his N-word comment, if I'm honest.
That's sad.
I mean, if I'm honest. And there's a part of me, because, I mean, you know, it's tough. It's tough. I don't want to say this on the podcast, but there's a part of me, I'm a left-leaning person. I look at this stuff, and if like we're going to look at people in their demographics and everything the way that, you know, because there were lots of speeches and lots of allusions to politics and political correctness during the broadcast. Sure. There's a part of me that goes, we picked the one character that was a gay character that was a minority. Of like, I would say
it's possible. You think that possibly plays into it?
I think that's what separates him, because I do think that Remy was one of the top 3 performances of the year.
Yeah, don't get either of us wrong.
I would rank them probably. Actually, I can't even pick between Viggo and Bradley after thinking about it.
So it's 1A and 1B,
and then it's Remy for me.
Okay,
but I do think that brought it over the edge. I do.
You know what else is funny? Like these movies that are like critically acclaimed that don't get any nominations at the Oscars. I was thinking about that too.
What was there?
Well, I was thinking Ben Foster in Leave No Trace could have been up there for something.
The daughter,
That's what Paddington 2 doesn't get a single nomination in any category whatsoever. I just would love to like have a peek behind the curtain to see how all the politics of this work.
Well, I mean, what I do know is that these people, they you know, you have to be an actress to vote on Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress.
Okay.
And they put in their ballots to find out who even is nominated, and it's a really weird process where like the number one person who gets the most votes, once you hit you hit 50% plus one, you that's now a nominee, and then they go through all the ballots all over again and see who had the most number 2s or whatever.
Okay.
And then they get a new ballot, and then you have to revote on this new ballot of like number 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5, and it's like keeps it going like that. But it's really strange. Like, I don't fully understand the process, if I'm honest.
It's weird because, like, sure, what you're saying, that would kind of make sense as a way to do it, but if people haven't seen like movies like Leave No Trace, and I'm sure there's shit that's nominated every year for stuff that not a lot of people saw.
Yeah.
How do they get up there? The ones that do make it up there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just fucking weird. You're watching it and you're just like, this really doesn't mean anything.
Well, it feels so strange because like there's a reason I don't watch it very often, you know, and I'll be interested to see how many people actually download this, because I wonder how many people actually watch.
Apparently, like there were advertisers who were there were companies that wanted their money back before it even aired because the ratings number was going to be like extremely low.
Well, I mean, okay. You want to go into that? Do we want to go into why we think that may be the case? Because I got a few things.
I mean, first of all, number one, It's boring.
It's boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think there is like a political thing where people like that, there's a lot of people that watch movies that don't agree with these people and they don't watch.
I'm left leaning, and I was just kind of like, I get it. Can we just celebrate film, please?
Well, somebody on a show I watched was talking about how it's interesting because back in the day, like before social media and shit, like nobody knew anything about these stars. So the Oscars was just like, you're literally looking, all you know of the actors, like if they were on Johnny Carson a couple times and they're in the movies you like you don't know shit about them. You're just enamored with them.
Right. And now
because you don't think they're all pieces of shit.
Well, yeah. And now we know all their politics because they're asked a million questions about it, and they throw out their opinions on Twitter or Instagram. Yeah, it's a really good point.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I don't understand. It's almost like fucking.
But
the stars that everyone seems to really like universal appeal, seem to be the ones that just don't like.
They just don't do the politics thing unless it just seems like a very clear moral issue.
Right. Yes. Where everyone's going to agree with them anyway.
Right. It's like, yes, #MeToo when Harvey Weinstein comes out. Everybody who jumped on that one was like,
Okay. Yeah. Everybody agrees with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But okay, we're laying out a case why that. So boring. You brought that up. Political messages, period.
Sure.
We're just kind of tired of it. Even people on the left, it's just kind of like, can we just not for one night? Can we just
talk about movies for 2 hours?
That's what we're here for. And then I'd say the last thing is that they're too up their own ass. They threw a bone to Black Panther because it fit into a sort of a political narrative.
Sure.
But I feel like Mission Impossible is a great movie. Infinity War is a great movie. I feel like, if I'm being honest, Into the Spider-Verse could have been nominated for Best Picture.
Why not?
I don't understand why we don't have.
It's both of those movies deserve more love than Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's what I'm saying.
Just about every single way. Now, maybe that's not a great example, the Bohemian Rhapsody one, because people did like it and a lot of people saw it. So I guess, but to your point, there would be a contingent of viewers out there who would be excited to hang on and see if Avengers won the Best Picture award. You know what I mean?
But I think that's why, the whole stunt of Black Panther coming in and being nominated, I don't think it means much because people know it's not going to win.
Now, do you think that most people see these certain movies like Black Panther or Black Klansman or whatever, and not to say they're not good movies, but do you think people see that list and go, oh, we know why Black Panther's there, or
I think
we know why, you know what I mean?
I think there's a certain contingent of the population that will have that reaction. Absolutely.
And it just feels like bullshit. They tried to make a popular film category, possibly just so they could put Black Panther in there.
Right. Well,
and then when that failed, then, okay, well, we got to put it in Best Picture.
Yes. The problem is that I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like there are too many problems with the Oscars at this point. I don't know if we can save them anymore. I mean, I
don't think the ratings are very good, but is it more than whatever ABC would play? Is the cost benefit analysis in their favor? I would say it probably is.
I just feel like we really need to do something about this whole, maybe it should be best, and this is sort of where it's the whole Best Picture thing is too broad because there are too many good films from too many genres. I'd actually like to see best and then horror film, best action film, best drama, and best comedy.
Best use of CGI. Best, you know what I mean?
I just, because this whole you're gonna make old people, and I know that they said that they changed their criteria or whatever for people in the Academy now. I don't know if that's true or not, but they said they did. Actually, you know what? Maybe they did, because you look at this and there was a very clear through line with all of the nominees. I feel like there was a clear line of oppression and a clear line of political correctness to a certain degree.
Sure.
And I'm not saying it's all bad, but it's also kind of I feel it, and if I feel it, I think if I feel it and I'm on the left, that's probably not a good thing.
It's a good sign that it's not real. It's just a concocted fucking designed. Like, you know what I mean? It's like Spike Lee, I think it made a comment about like, oh yeah, every 10 years they remember black people exist and they give out awards and shit. And it's like, I get that.
I don't think that that's true though.
First of all, I don't think that's true. You're right.
Because I mean, look at this year. I mean, look at how many things.
This would have had to have been one of the only year in 10, according to his.
Right. Well, I mean, look at how many people of color got an award.
Right.
I mean, it's insane.
Well, and I'm sorry, but shouldn't the best performance get the award?
Best
versus,
whatever it is should get the award. And I'm not saying all of these, like Regina King, when I watched that clip, I was like,
she's probably pretty fucking good.
I was impressed with the clip.
I just hated her in 24.
Oh, okay. See, I never watched 24. Ugh. But let's talk about the real winner of the night.
Oh, who's that?
Roma,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's black and white. It's black and white,
let
and
me
it's
just
foreign.
tell the people.
Oh, it's black and white, and it's foreign.
Throughout the night, I'm getting texts from Alex here, just disgusted by
Travesty.
Roma. I don't agree with him.
Yeah,
I liked Roma quite a bit.
Best cinematography. It's black and white, and
but it's not just because it's black and white. Like the shots
it also
were
had
nice.
to be.
It looked great.
It also had to be foreign, and it also had to have subtitles,
beautiful vistas,
and long takes. That's what it takes. Long takes.
I do understand your point of like, I mean, we need to consider other like skills within that, of
I would give
images aren't all about like a beautiful long take. There are other aspects of cinematography or other styles of cinematography.
I would give it to what was the Wolf movie?
Oh, Alpha. I would have given it to Alpha too.
I would give it to Alpha, or I would give it to Mission Impossible, or long shot, maybe even Avengers.
Okay.
I feel like they were more impressive to me than black and white, sat on a tripod, and I moved to the camera from side to side. Really impressive. Really impressive.
God, did Roma ever look good though? Because it's all the design of everything that's in the shot.
Right.
You had like the big city and like the mount. I don't know. And I know I'm being the guy. I'm being the guy you hate right now.
I'm not saying it's ugly.
I'm just saying deserved it. What else did it win? Like it won best foreign film.
Best foreign film.
And it won something else that was like, to me, I understood your argument more. Director. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know if he should win that.
I mean,
I don't know.
Really?
I wasn't like mad about anything it won, but
I mean,
to your point, like I get that it's not, I get that it's kind of like a film school. And we talked about this when we reviewed it. Make sure you guys go listen to that if you want to know our thoughts on Roma. But I guess Alex is giving his thoughts on Roma.
Oh, it's so impressive. It's black and white and it's foreign.
I thought it was really good. I liked it quite a bit.
You know what it reminds me of? That Red Letter Media bit where they were like, Boyhood.
I liked Boyhood,
though. Took 12 years to make.
See, no, you're right, because that one got me too. I like that one too. I like that one more than the average person did. I disagree with those guys on that one. I think it's
fine.
good.
It's fine. I wasn't blown away. I didn't hate it. It was fine.
But I do understand, like, more with the Boyhood argument of like, okay, that neat idea doesn't make for a good movie. I get that. But what you're saying about Roma is like, it's already been done boring. A million times, and you thought it was boring. I didn't think it was boring. I was engaged, and like, as far as the argument of like, okay, we've seen this before. There's nothing new and impressive about this. I feel that way about a lot of shit I see that I like. Right.
No, and I agree with that. But it was a formula that I like. And, people be like, oh, look at me, Mr. Home at the Movies, went to film school. But seriously.
Yeah, but all those people that voted probably did, too, or a lot of them.
And that's the thing that
annoys you.
I don't get. I'm like, you all saw this a bajillion times when studying foreign film. You're telling me it's that great to see it a bajillion, like another time? Really?
It was good, though, man. Like, I was engaged in that movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's about a downtrodden person from a foreign country. Oh, black and white. Oh, riveting. Hate it.
Can we talk about how Ghost Story was the best movie of 2017?
He put a sheet on. He put a fucking sheet on.
It's still the best movie of that year.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, I don't I don't know if I have anything else to say. I was happy for Green Book. Like, I like fist pumped and cheered when it won. I did not expect it to win. That was, like I said, that was the top movie for me in the category, which was filled with a lot of good movies. The only one that I don't think really deserved to be there, I think, was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right.
All the rest of them I can see. I wasn't a huge fan of Black Klansman either, but at least it did something a little funky and different and kind of cool. So
I liked that Spike got what was it, Best Original Screenplay? I think he was
adapted.
I liked that he got that.
Yeah, Best Adapted Screenplay.
And then Green Book got Best Original. No. Well, one of them got Best Original and one of them got Best Adapted.
Well, aren't they both adapted though?
I would think so.
Unless the kid wrote it just from memory, it's not based. Green Book isn't based on anything.
Yeah.
It won Best Adapted Screenplay was Black Klansman.
Okay.
And Green Book won Best Original Screenplay. So yeah, it wasn't based on a book or anything. And it's kind of neat that the guy's kid wrote it.
Yeah.
Which is why some people said it was like too nice to him. Mm-hmm. I don't care because it's a good movie.
Right.
But
I mean, I liked that Spike got the Best Adapted because I feel like the changes, like apparently Adam Driver's character was not actually Jewish, but I do feel like it nails it home.
Oh, so his character, that was awesome in his character. Like they had the whole scene, they showed a clip of the scene I liked where the guy basically says something along the lines like, "You're Jewish, how are you not?" Like, you know, and he's kind of just like, I'm Jewish, but it was never like a thing for me.
I was just another white kid in a white neighborhood, which is, I love that. Yeah, like he was. That was a great scene.
Yes,
it was a great scene.
Adam Driver was really fucking good. I don't feel like anybody talks about how good he was.
He's a good actor too. I mean, there were a lot of good actors in Best Actor.
Yeah, and Best Supporting Actor.
Yes, and it was actually just a good year for nominees. I feel like for the acting categories overall,
except for Toni Collette getting. Fucked.
Except for that one.
I'm sorry, but she belonged in that group. Are you kidding me?
It's the clear omission. Yes. You know, I mean, there are lots of things like we can be like Hereditary deserved to be nominated. Maybe Annihilation did for certain things.
I didn't even think about that one all night. Like, why isn't that nominated for like adapted screenplay or something?
I mean, and that's the thing where I'm like,
special effects.
Say what you will about like an Avengers movie, but it's massively impressive that they can give all of those characters their due.
No, I agree. 100%.
I mean,
now would that be an adapted screenplay? Avengers Infinity War? I think it would be.
I think it would be technically, yeah. And I liked Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse getting the win.
Yes.
That was
100% deserved.
Deserved. Yeah, I don't even.
And the other ones were good too. Like it was just that good.
It made me realize like it was a good year for film, but I don't think it was a great year for film. There wasn't that movie that stuck out to me and said, this is an instant classic.
Sure.
People, I mean, other than probably something like Infinity War or something. I think Infinity War would probably.
Well, yeah, because that was like a tent pole.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say as far as being a horror fan, that Hereditary was the best one I've seen in a long time. But to your point, like in 30 years, are people going to be talking? I don't know.
I mean, I guess
but you have a good point.
Maybe you could make the argument that maybe A Quiet Place was that, maybe because it had enough of a cultural, groundswell behind it. But
maybe here's a question.
Yeah.
Out of the movies you've seen this year so far, anything that you just have like that needs to be nominated for something?
Ooh, that's tough. You know what? I really think that Alita's score was really great.
I would say visual effects. It probably
and How to Train Your Dragon is the clear winner.
Animated
for animator. Currently, we don't.
Right, there could be one better. Toy Story 4.
Yep, right
Sons
there.
of bitches. I feel like the Dragon series has historically got fucked by Pixar late in the year. But the other one I went and saw Arctic, and I'm going to say Mads. He won't get nominated, but he deserves it. It's kind of one of those performances where it's like, it's him. He carries the movie clearly. He's like the only fucking speaking part in the movie.
Like Polar.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Only there's nothing to drag the movie down the way that one does. But yeah, he's great. And yeah, Alita, I would say special effects. But again, it'll be interesting to see like, what's the first like stuffy movie that comes in and has better visual effects than Alita?
Better in quotes.
Yeah. It is funny to the sound mixing, sound editing for Bohemian Rhapsody because they had Queen music.
There were just certain like
it won best editing period, I think.
Oh,
too.
that's
Film
right.
Editing.
That's right. And I'm like, how did Vice not win? Like, I understand it had the most flashy and the most obvious editing.
Yes.
But it's also the one where I was like, the editor has done the most work on this one.
Bohemian Rhapsody has no unique style about it whatsoever. It is a cut and paste movie. And it's funny because you see this like Elton John movie coming out and it looks like the same fucking movie.
It does.
It's like, we're going to get a bunch of these, but yeah, I mean, I don't have much more to say.
No, I think we've beaten the Oscars to death, much like the Oscars have themselves.
Can't wait till next year.
But thanks for listening, guys. Check us out on boredandanoid.com. You get all the details there. Thanks for listening.